Hey everyone, Mo here, and before the video begins, I just want to let you guys know that my schedule has opened up for me to do coaching again. So if you're interested in private one-on-one coaching for me to help you, whether you're a newer player and you want to excel at the game very quickly and learn the fundamentals without developing any bad habits early, or if you're an experienced player who's already maybe platinum or diamond in your top 1%, but you need some help filling in the gap to get you to that 0.01%, to make you just some of the best, then hit me up on Discord and I can get you in some private one-on-one coaching lessons to help you polish up any skills you want to refine and help you learn all of the secrets to becoming a top player. That's it. I hope you enjoy the video. Hey everybody, Mo here, and today I'm bringing you guys a deck guide and some gameplay on this promo code Fade deck. So, I think this deck is absolutely bonkers. I think this is probably one of the best tournament decks in the game at the moment. And I'm really excited for that, because for those of you that know or don't know, I'm a competitive player. So most of the times when I get excited for things, or when I say a deck is good or bad, I'm relatively talking about the competitive scene, the tournament scene. You can play this deck on ladder. I've played it on ladder with a little bit over a 60% win rate. I played my first session with it was 75% win rate, and then the second session with it with a different version was about 59%. So it's around the 60-something% win rate on ladder, which is pretty astonishing, because I think this deck probably sucks on ladder. Not sucks, but it's definitely not going to get you as many free wins as it would in tournaments. And I can go over all the matchups later and all that type of stuff. But yeah, that's what this deck is going to be about. So this is going to be a deck guide telling you like how to mulligan, how to play it, and then of course a bunch of games for you guys. So before we get into the actual deck guide in the video, I wanted to remind you guys that 72% of the people that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to me. So if you guys could do me a huge favor and click that subscribe button, and then leave a comment down below letting me know what deck you guys wanted next. This deck was actually one of the most requested decks since I started putting it on Twitter and started showing people my win rates with it. And I started hyping it up. A lot of people asked for the deck guide because this is a very hard deck to play. This deck is pretty complicated. As one of the people who probably has the most games on it, if not the most games on it, especially this version, I can tell you that this deck, I find myself a lot of times being in situations where like, oh, I don't really know what to do or how to do it and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, click, sub, comment, all that stuff, YouTube algorithm shit, and let's get into the video. So to start things off, we're going to go over each card in the deck, why it's in the deck. And this might take a little minute, but that's because I want you to know why I chose everything and why the cards are in here. So, Fae Sprout, broken card. 1 mana, find any Fae, and give it +1/+1. So, for those of you that don't know, I guess what I'll go over first is actually how the deck functions. So, this deck is functionally a combo deck. You are basically trying to run out a large-ish Hungry Owl. I always call it Owl Cat. Is it Hungry Owl Cat? Okay, cool. You want to run out a largish Owl Cat, and then you want to give it Elusive and Scout. So you essentially give it Elusive, Scout, Spell Shield unit that can't be really blocked, because Elusives aren't really a thing right now, and can't be removed with removal spells because it has Spell Shield, and it can't even be like Hush or Mini-Morphed because that's how attached units work. So it's basically a non-interactive deck that tries to kill your opponents in a couple turns, and it's really good at doing that. The way you do that is, again, the nut combo is you play, Fae Aid. You play like Fae Aid into Grandfather Fae. You play an Owl Cat. That's going to be a 1 mana 4/2 Owl Cat. So 1 mana 4/2 Spell Shield unit. Then you have Field Promotion. That's where the promo comes in the title. Field Promotion Rainbow Fish. And then that right there is going to be 5, 6, 7. You're going to have a 7/3 Spell Shield Elusive Scout unit. Assuming the Rainbow Fish didn't get hit by the Fae Aid. If the Rainbow Fish gets hit by the Fae Aid, well, this is now going to be 3 plus the 5, so it's going to be 8. An 8/4 Spell Shield Scout Elusive unit, which can't be hushed, can't be mini-morphed, stuff like that. It basically has to get hit by hard removal or challenger units, or like sharp sight, stuff like that, like in combat, which makes this deck not very good on ladder, because if people are playing the challenger, the formidable, the single combats, the sharp sight, stuff like that, it's not going to do very great for you. But in tournament setting, where you want to target the Lee Sins, the Darkness, the Vandal Trees, stuff like that, this deck is absolutely nuts. So that's how the deck works. Now I'm going to go over each card, why it's in the deck, and its function it performs to help you perform these combos. Number 1 is Fae Sprout. So Fae Sprout, again, nuts card. It finds you any Fae follower, it gives it +1/+1. Most of the time, this is going to give you something like Grandfather Fae, Gleaming Lantern, or an attached card. So right here, out of the total options, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 11. Okay, you get to predict 3 of them, so that's 1 in 11 3 times. You have a 22% chance to hit any Fae here. So you have a 22% chance to hit Rainbow Fish, Gleaming Lantern, Quick Quill, or the Grandfather Fae, and that comes in, I think it came out to like 57%. So over half of the time, you're going to hit one of these 4 cards, and that's absolutely nuts for you. I think it was actually closer to 60%. But anyways, it's going to be really, really good for you because you're already playing those cards in your deck for a reason because they're good. We'll go over the reasons in a second. But if you can get those, again, for free and then give it +1/+1, it's nuts. As well as sometimes I've used Fae Sprout to do things like, hey, find me an elusive. Where's my elusive? Oh, here, sorry. Tasty Fae Folk. So also, this is more Faes in the pool, by the way. So you can get Tasty Fae Folk if you're an aggro and you need lifesteal. There you go. You get that for you. If you need just like a big unit, if you know your opponent doesn't play like hard removal spells like Vengeance, Sharp Sight, Single Combat, a lot of times you can grab Mushroom Ring. This thing will literally end the game in 2 turns. This thing gets insanely huge, insanely fast. Of course, the issue is it doesn't have Spell Shield. I've thought about running Friendship in here just so I could play Mushroom Ring because this card is just absolutely bonkers. But I found out that I'm actually getting it from Fae Sprout quite a lot. And yeah, you could just put this card, slam it in play. I've had like an 11-3 before on turn 5. And then I just gave it Scout Elusive and then won the next turn. Like literally OTK'd my opponent on turn 5 with like Rainbow Fish Scout onto the Mushroom Ring because it's so big and they just don't have the like Vengeance or Sharp Sight, stuff like that. So yeah, so that's why Fae Sprout's on the deck. Assistant Librarian is here just as a target for your attach units. You'll notice in this deck there's basically 2 types of units. There's the attach units and then there's the units that get attached. Assistant Librarian is a decent one to get attached if you don't have Owlcats. This is easily your second best option because it can draw you into spells. It can draw you into Cataclysms, into Fae Aids. It can draw you into field promotions. If you don't have a field promotion yet, you can attack with Librarian. If it connects, you get a field promotion. Boom. Now you're able to go get into business and start doing stuff. Number 2 is Bandle Commando. This card just prints you Hungry Owlcats, which is the best unit in your deck. Concologist is a cheap unit. This is basically anti-aggro and is just kind of just like a value tool. So in your regions, you're in Bandle City, Demacia. Your spells that cost 3 or less are actually really, really good. So your spells that cost 3 or less are really, really good. First off, you can get field promotion from Concologist. So if you don't have a field promotion, you can play Concologist and get a field promotion. It's really good. If you sometimes you'll get Blinding Assault. That way you can get put like, you know, Scout Quick Attack on it. Now you have a Scout Quick Attack Challenger unit. It's really good. Against control decks, you're going to want things like Ranger's Resolve, Radiant Strike, Purple Berry Shake, like these pump spells. There's even the new 3-mana pump spell, Heroic Refrain. Against aggro decks, you're going to want things like the Bouncing Bombs, the Pokey Sticks, the like 1-mana deal 1 damage spell, stuff like that. Against mid-range decks, you're going to want some things like Barrier. You're going to want some things like Shield of Duran, some like you know, Stress Defense, stuff like that. So this all in all has a really good pool in Demacia. I actually want to believe this is one of the best pools you can pull from with Concologist. So it's such an insane card. You're asking why is it at 2? Because sometimes you just need the combo and you don't really need Concologist. But I've pulled a lot of things off of Concologist that have really, really just saved my ass. And it's been super fun. Like Trusty Trixie Tentacles. I've gotten this in the like Trundle Timelines matchup, and the only way Timelines beats you is with 3 Sisters into Entomb, and I was able to Trixie Tentacles them, discard their 3 Sisters, and I won the game because they just didn't have an answer to my unit, right? So super, super nuts and value card. Field Promotion, literally the name of the deck. You play Field Promotion, and then you play a attach unit, and what this does is this grants the attach unit Scout. I know a lot of people don't know this or think it might be bugged, but the way it's worded is the next time you play a unit, grant it this keyword, as compared to something like Grandfather Fae that says, when you summon another Fae, grant it this keyword. So because it just says play, and you are playing the Rainbow Fish, or you're playing the Quick Quill, you are granting it Scout, and attached units will keep all of the buffs that you permanently give them. If you grant them a buff, they will keep it every time they're knocked off. So you can grant something Elusive Scout. If your opponent kills it, you say, I don't care. Boom, re-give something else Elusive Scout, and you just get to go off that way. Grandfather Fae, this is a main point in your combo. This gives you an Owlcat, first of all, and then second of all, it makes your Owlcats really, really big. People thought, like, oh, it only gets +1/+0, this card's going to be bad. Well, it turns out when your unit has Spell Shield and is elusive, it doesn't actually matter how big the toughness is, and because it's also getting buffed by Rainbow Fish toughness. So this Grandfather Fate is really, really nuts and can still lead to one of your two main game plans. Your one game plan is, of course, getting big elusive unit and swinging. The second game plan is actually a swarm style where you just fill the board with like 1 mana 5/3 Owlcats. I've done that before. So you have just like 1 mana 5/3 spell shield units. Your opponent can't really do anything about it. They have to trade their like 3 and 4 drop units into your 1 drops that you generated, and it's not a good time for them, and you eventually just win the game because you outvalue them because you're in Vandal City, which is a very fair region. Telescope. First of all, it's a Fae. Second of all, Telescope's just good value. It's helped you against like aggro, and again gives you those versatile times where you're just manifesting random bullshit to try and find the win. It's actually one of the most important cards in the mirror match because a lot of times the mirror match comes down to, do you have Rainbow Fish? If both players have Rainbow Fish, it's just who can generate the most bullshit card off of things like Loping Telescope. Petricite Broadwing. So the reason Broadwing is in this deck is it helps you a lot with your bad matchups. Your bad matchups are going to be a lot of times some aggro things, like Scouts, the Ziggs, Gnar, Burn, and as well as Overwhelm. And Broadwing really helps you with that because it kills the Misfortunes. It lets you pull in a 2-drop and then block a 1-drop, so 2-for-1's aggro. It lets you pull in the Overwhelm units without you taking a bunch of damage. On top of that, you could give it Quick Attack with Quick Quill, and now you just have this like 2 mana 4/4 Quick Attack Challenger unit. If you super high roll, you go Field Promotion Quick Quill. No, fuck, now you have a 2 mana 4/4 Quick Attack Challenger Scout unit, and you're just killing 2 things for free a turn, and it just gets out of hand a lot of times. Most of the time this is not a keep in the mulligan, except for in those specific matchups of like aggro and bad matchups where you need to 2-for-1. Quick Quill is just a good scout unit, or sorry, good attach unit. You can use it for field promotion scout if you don't have the Rainbow Fish and you do have something like the Broadwing, or you do have something like a Fae Aid. It's perfectly fine to just go ahead and put Quick Quill onto a Owlcat and just start swinging in for 5 every single turn. Or the best thing for Quick Quill is going to be the Assistant Librarian, because your opponent can't just not block the Librarian, because then you draw more value and you just like run away with the game. And if they do block Librarian, because it has Faded, it's going to be at minimum a 4/4 Quick Attack unit. It's really hard for your opponent to deal with that. All right, so Cataclysm. The number one thing people ask me is, why are we playing Cataclysm and not just playing more rallies? And the answer is, Cataclysm is a rally if you have a scout unit on top of. It's the same reason we play Broadwing, because you need to interact with your opponent sometimes. This is a good form of interaction. This helps you kill things like the Gnars in the back row. It helps you kill things like the Misfortune, stuff like that. As well as if you have an elusive unit, the elusive scout, and you Cataclysm, even if your unit dies, it will get you a free attack. Because if you use it on a scout unit, it will rally for you, because your LoR will see it as, oh, you attacked with a scout unit, therefore you get the attack token back. So you can sacrifice whatever unit your elusive scout is on, and then you just reattach it, and then now you attack for lethal. And it's nuts. It's a free rally. It's 3 mana rally on top of a way to interact with your opponent. On top of, I'll tell you this interaction that I came across. If you Cataclysm a spell shielded unit, you just get a free attack. So if you do this with an elusive scout unit, or really just an elusive unit period, your unit will start its free attack. But because your opponent's unit is spell shielded, they aren't affected, so they aren't actually challenged. So your unit just gets to attack for free, and they can declare blocks. But most of the time, if you have an elusive unit, they're not blocking it anyways, and it's just literally 3 mana like free attack, and it's hilarious. Fae Aid, because you want your units to get bigger. You want to make, if you're ever on the Swarm plan, Fae Aid is great. You want to make your Owlcats bigger. You want to make your Rainbow Fish bigger. It's just a good way to pump your unit. Sometimes you go like Fae Aid on 3 into 4/4 Gleaming Lantern, and your opponent just can't kill it, and that's great, because then you go, a really common curve I have is Fae Aid on 3, you play a 4/4 Lantern into a 2/3 Grandfather Fae, and your opponent just going to get overwhelmed after that, because you just generate so much value. Gleaming Lantern, because it helps you combo off faster by making your Faes cheaper. We have 2 rallies here, just because sometimes you want to rally with your elusive unit and kill them, and that's great. And then Rainbow Fish, because granting elusive is broken, and I don't know why they thought this card was okay. Just period. I don't know why they thought, like, outside of the promo interaction, just granting something elusive is kind of nuts. So Yeah, this card is something else. This card's something else. So that's kind of the rundown on the deck. Your mulligan is basically just going to be look for Grandfather Fae, look for Rainbow Fish, look for Field Promotion. So these are the cards, and of course, like Gleaming Lantern. So those are the cards that you really, really need. Because if you get promo Fae, if you get promo Field Promotion and you get Rainbow Fish, that right there is going to win you the game. All you're missing is a way to get an Owlcat. And obviously, if you Fae Aid and you can make your Owlcats big and you make your Rainbow Fish big, then you're just one step closer to ending the game. So it's really just a heavy combo deck, and you kind of just have to work around surviving and maybe stalling until you draw into your elusive units or finding a way to swarm your opponent down and coming out with the win. This deck reminds me a lot of Lulu Zed, where your deck is kind of just trash, but sometimes you randomly win. That's what this deck feels like a lot of the times. If you just look at it, you're like, damn, I haven't done anything for, 5 turns, and then I OTK'd you. It's like the fact that I'm still in this game is absolutely nuts. And that's what this deck 100% feels like. So that's going to be it for the deck intro and kind of like how the deck works and why each card's on the deck in your mulligan guide. Your good matchups is going to be anything slow. So your Trundle Timelines is a good matchup. Lee Sin's a good matchup. Darkness is a good matchup. Tree is a good matchup because they can't interact with your combo. Anything that can't interact with your combo is great. Your bad matchups are going to be things like Demacia, where they play challenger units, so they just pull your units over and over and over again. The Sharp Sight is a huge bitch because your units are protected by Spell Shield, so it's really hard for your opponent to kill them with spells, but it's really easy for your opponent to kill them in combat because your units have such low toughness. Like we were talking about, the Fae Aid, the Owlcat can be like a 5-1, and by the time you play Rainbow Fish on it, it's like a 7-2. But a 7-2 is not scary when there's another elusive unit that can block it, right? Or a Sharp Sight that can block it. Because you can Sharp Sight a 1-drop, and you Sharp Sight a 1-1, and then now your 1-1 is trading with my elusive scout scary guy, right? So bad matchup is definitely Demacia, stuff like that. So that's going to be it for the intro. I'm going to go ahead and just play some games and show you guys how the deck plays out. Like, that's also one way where we play the game different. And Swim was super, thought the deck was broken because you could do, he thought the deck was broken because you can do, they're going for the combo. Because you can give something like quick attack and scout, and you're like, oh, they have to block down their board, and they can't keep up, and blah blah blah. And I'm over here like, you could give your unit elusive and scout, and they just die. That's how we play the game differently. We just have two different ways of approaching. I play more loosely, aggressive, and stuff like that. And he plays more value-wise. Is the best way to describe it. This hand's looking really bad. Yeah, friend, if I hear that word again. That's pretty nuts. This is what I'm trying to do with my Grandfather phase. What does he actually do against this? He's actually just deceased. Alright? I'm playing the 1-mana 4/1 Spell Shield units, dude. We're just not playing the same game, if I'm being honest. We just aren't playing the same game. And that's fine if that's how you want to play it. And maybe one's more correct than the other. But I don't know. But like, see, this is me like killing my opponent on turn 6. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we're not playing the same game. I'm killing them on turns 5 and 6. And we're just not playing the same game as each other. Alright, I would like to think this matchup is good for us. But I don't know. I would like to think this matchup is good for us. All we're missing is the quick attack unit. Cool. Okay. Where's Zoe? Okay. I think I'm just gonna play Broadwing and open attack and kill the Zoe. I have Palm here, and we can play Commando. Okay. Huge ass man. Thanks for the follow. I'm gonna play those. Okay. Let's watch a master play the deck. I mean, I killed someone on turn 6 last game. Like, I don't know. I just think there's 2 different ways you can play the deck. I could have killed on turn 4. I mean, I've killed on turn 5. Excuse me. I mean, I'm down to just pass here because I have Lantern and can do some broken shit with it. Maybe not. Maybe I just slam this Lantern card down. I just don't want it to get Equinoxed and then I'd be sagged. I guess if they Equinox my Lantern, I don't care too much. It's a Crescendium. Okay. Alright, we're gonna play some Gleaming Lantern then. I'm gonna play Telescope. I'm okay with slamming Lantern because I can also telescope. I get more value out of it because I get value this turn and next turn versus passing there. Okay. Oh, so now you're gonna kill my Broadwing, I assume. Okay. I think I'm actually just gonna play my Owl Cat. And next turn I can just give it Scout plus Elusive. I just kind of hit you a bunch. Nippy, what's up? How you doing? Like, nice dragonlings, I guess. Working and lurking, working and lurking and twerking and shirking. I got you, I got you.
We're gonna play the Owlcat now, so that way when they kill, because they're gonna kill this with their Lee Sin, we can just play the Scout on this one. There's no way they don't do something here, right? I mean, we're never dead, so I'm just gonna say okay. Okay. We just win. We have to have deny. They don't. I think we lose to like twin. Pale twin. Pale twin doesn't kill us. Twin kills us. Wait, they also can't kill us if they pull this Owlcat because the kick will do that. But I'm sure they see that though. You ever get Winston the Trito I redeemed? No, I didn't. I didn't see you redeem Winston Trito. He's fine though. He's chewing on a zip tie, so I'm sure that's just as tasty. I mean, dude either has twin or he loses. Okay. Oh wow, back-to-back turn 6 wins. That's crazy. That's crazy what happens when you play like a fucking combo deck. Really would build water. Is this like a Starlit Seer deck or something? What a fucking hand, dude. I think it's just like a Starlit Seer spell unit deck thing, right? Tell me your hand. It seems really bad. Yeah, my hand was double Cataclysm, triple Rally, Fate Aid, and Wallop. I generated a Wallop off of Concologist. It was horrible. Oh, I had a field promotion. It was double Rally, double Cataclysm, but I used one. A Wallop that I generated in a field promotion. Realistically, I just needed a Rainbow Fish to try and challenge you, but only if you didn't have a Rainbow Fish. And I found one at like any reasonable speed, which I didn't. Why are you in? Were you in Shadow Isles just for like Atro? Pitch Perfect soundtrack? Yeah, I have a problem with my Pitch Perfect soundtrack. What are you doing, dude? You like the movies a lot? I see. Dude, this person's gonna pass all of their mana? What are they doing? I'm so confused. I wonder, match on me? Oh, you're in that version. What's up, Nick? Thanks for the host, buddy. I appreciate it. Nick makes pogs, dude. Have a good one. Thanks, man. You too. Salvage. Okay. Yeah, I assume this was some type of Starlit Seer deck. Mushroom Ring is so broken, dude. This card is nuts. Nicholas makes plays. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know you can't block kill leveled Ari with sharp sight on formidable. Huh? What? I don't even know what you mean by that. I mean, I know the Ari will like kind of like when she swaps stances. Gets past the unit? Oh, I mean, yeah. That's kind of just what leveled Ari does. But no, that's just what leveled Ari does though. Killable though with formidable with sharp sight. Well, I mean, yeah. Blocking. I mean, not if she's level. That's not true. Yeah, if she's the last attacker, you can block her. But normal attack, she just strikes and then swaps stances, and then strikes and then swaps stances. That's yeah. Okay. At the end, yeah, if you put it at the very end where she can't swap anymore, she does. Yeah, OP much. Yeah, Ari's pretty nuts. Big agree. Big agree. Kind of blocking at the end with a sharp sight. Oh, I see. Oh, well then, I don't know. Maybe she's just broken. It's probably just bugged. If one had to guess. Oh, yeah. True. Yeah. Quick attack fucks formidable. No, quick attack actually fucks formidable. That's true. I forgot about that. I actually factually forgot about that. What? Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Yeah, quick attack fucks formidable like super hard. Like giga fucks you. Hey! I need to talk like this. Like, ouch, my side. Ouch. Ouch. Oh. Ouch. That was good. Ow, fuck. That hurt. Holy shit. If I do this, they don't rally again. It'd probably be better just for me to stun the overwhelm unit. Ouch. That hurt. Ouch, 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 ouch. Noobs still run Purify? I mean, they could have generated it off of something, right? Bro, can you get a life? Please. Vehicle's quick attack wrecking from Meadow Ball. She's still strong? That's true. Sorry, I'm still caught up on the previous comments. Yeah. Bro, please. Just let me kill you. You better not have third fizz in your hand. What a good player. You guys notice you took a Yumi out? Yeah. Yumi sucks, dude. I don't know. I think I just lose to deal 1 damage to everything. Grant Nar +2/+2. Okay. That's fine. 3, 6, 12. I'm not dead. Pokestick is 13. Nice. It's not I'm ever dead here, right? I swear if it's another 5th spell, I'm gonna cry. Okay. We're at 11. So 4, 8, 11. This is something you should know.